Hello and welcome again. Welcome to our next one. Well, we still hearing about people. People want to be the king in dancehall and all of that thing. But how long does the throne last for these dancehall artists? Let's find out. And do you think Massacre time is too soon? Or he's just making his claim from now for later, like both of these recent kings did? Let's go. Well, people, they are three known king of the dancehall so far, and so far they have been another claim to it. This whole king of the dancehall thing started from about in the late 70s to the early 80s when Winston Foster, who known as Yellowman, were later King Yellowman. Although his crowning wasn't like official crowning, like on stage crowning and them thing they like Beenie Man and Vybz Kartel were crowned and them thing there. He was known as King Yellowman since the late 70s, early 80s. So Yellowman wasn't called by one particular person or an organization, or if you want to say organizers, he was called by the people, Yellowman, later called King Yellowman in the late 1970s into the early 1980s as a derogatory nickname for his albinism, which he famously reclaimed and turned into a symbol of hope. He was an orphan who made it and became the king of the dancehall.
I was an orphan without a home, but then God set me a foot with no ground.
So you can safely say that Yellowman has served as king for over a decade in the dancehall. Now here come Beenie Man in the 90s, who proclaimed himself as king of the dancehall. Yellowman served from the late 70s to the early 80s going up, and Beenie Man, the one who took it in the 90s. Beenie Man was officially crowned king of the dancehall at Reggae Sunfest in July 2009. And it was there at that crowning that Vybz Kartel gave him his props and said this to him.
Beenie Man, you're king of the dancehall when you come out of your mother belly. Remember that. Respect and honor you. I mean, I need some respect.
So he was officially crowned in 99 and then he was crowned again. I believe Beenie Man was crowned about 2 to 3 times. He was also crowned at Irama March 30, 2025 at the 42nd International Reggae and World Music Awards held in Florida. He was again officially crowned.
30 years and just never go away, always in the forefront. Tonight, we're going to honor them by crowning them the kings of 1995 through 2025, 30 years of non-stop dancehall, always out there doing their thing. And it could only be done with the 3 Bs. So tonight, we are going to honor those 3 Bs. But the man, Beenie Man, who has been so active and always, 1995, New Orleans, 30 years ago today. New Orleans at our 14th Irama. Beenie Man walked away with 3 awards. 1994, Buju Banton in Chicago, 5. Bounty Killer, 1993, 3 awards. And of course, they just never stop. You're always in the forefront of the dancehall music and to this day. So it's only proper and fair that we honor those 3 kings with the crown as kings of the dancehall.
Well, although it wasn't a crowning of him alone, Beenie Man himself, but the 3 Bs, I think it was Bounty, Beenie and Buju Banton, Beenie Man counted that as another crowning. In various interviews, Beenie Man has claimed to have been crowned 3 times, while the 2 ceremonies listed above are the most widely documented official. So we can clearly say that Beenie Man had over a decade being the king of the dancehall also. As I can see the pattern there and see that he has also served over a decade being the king of the dancehall. Now for Vybz Kartel, he began calling himself the king from he was behind bars when he put out his album King of the Dancehall. Vybz Kartel's album King of the Dancehall was released on June the 10th, 2016, featuring 22 tracks and hit singles like Fever and Western Union, becoming a top dancehall album of that year. So right there, I think it's back in 2016 where Vybz Kartel made his claim to the kingship of being the king of dancehall. Just like Beenie Man, he made his claim back in the 90s, but he was officially crowned in 2009. So Vybz Kartel was officially crowned in 2025. So his King of the Dancehall album came out and he was officially crowned the King of Dancehall at Reggae Sunfest 2025, specifically on the early morning of July 19, 2025 in Montego Bay, Jamaica. It was an historic ceremony with Queen of the Dancehall Spice and Sunfest promoter Joe Spice crowning him King of the Dancehall.
Well on! Feel say you want come test me then, come rush me then. Any check for you and your friends, man.
Jamaica, you have spoken, and we have heard it. So as I stand here tonight on the soil of Jamaica, we are here to honor the legacy of Adidja Azim Palmer.
So as I can see, it hasn't been a year as yet since that crowning went on.
All hail the king of dancehall, Vybz Kartel!
So the question is now, how long do you think Kartel is gonna reign as king of the dancehall? Do you think Massacre just made his claim and you think that he will one day own the throne like Vybz Kartel and Beenie Man? You think there's a better artist than Massacre who one day will claim the throne? Also, do you think Vybz Kartel will have to buckle or just hand over the throne one day in the future? Or do you think it will be just like Bob Marley? Well, that's it for the show. Remember to like, share and subscribe to the channel. Walk good.